shit is good, nigga. You bugging.
I
Hey,
know.
yo, what it say?
Dark thick.
Dog.
Yo,
Yo,
Music, not rap.
Stuck on that.
Listening, I'm talking about music.
Kyrie can't beat AI. That's what y'all telling me.
Yeah, let's get back. Let's get back on that. Let's get back on that.
I'm sure you seen hands on like the shit that go down there.
I'm on Zoom. I've never seen anything.
We're gonna lock in.
Yeah.
All right, Ray. So, Ray, man, you said a statement, and I feel like that we had to talk about it. Was you said the presidential election, whoever wins is gonna affect Diddy's case or the outcome, or whether he goes to jail. Can you dive further into that?
So I'm going to speak in a partisan manner because not to be politically correct, but we want everyone to be able to understand this. And my credence to speak on this, as I was telling Ro, is just working in the SDNY, which is basically the Southern District of New York, or the jurisdiction where the charges was placed against Diddy. Just in the last few years, I've been working there. That means cases like Taxstone and Troy Ave, to like Jonathan Majors, to like El Chapo, Trump and Epstein, Diddy and Mayor Adams. It's crazy shit.
Yeah, so I mean, Diddy is he's locked up in New York, but then those
So Diddy's charges are federal.
Is a fed charge.
He's been given a RICO from the SDNY, but from the feds. So in his RICO, they allege shit like racketeering, you know, the prostitution, the trafficking, crazy shit. He's in jail. I initially thought he would be able to make bail. What about you guys?
Yeah, I thought he would definitely have bail. Like, that's crazy.
I don't think, because of the last raid, I don't think so. They're not gonna raid you, then come back, lock you up, and then, you know, like giving Diddy bail is like giving him freedom, bro. You feel me?
And that's exactly what they basically said, bro. So either way, now this is where the topic of the day comes into play, because President Trump has his own charges in the SDNY, specifically and elsewhere. And when he left office, he never exchanged power to President Biden. And the judicial branch basically works for him. The Supreme Court recently put out decisions saying that the president has immunity specifically to him. So if he wins the election, all the crimes he was found guilty of, 4 different cases, are null and void immediately. DAs that have been elected, including the one over the SDNY that charged Diddy, and the lady in Atlanta over the Young Thug case, are going to be fired immediately.
By who?
President Trump.
If he wins.
So you think that Diddy charges are gonna get dropped if Trump wins?
They're not going to get dropped, but
it's going to
definitely force a judge to give him bail.
Okay.
Why would they do that? Why would Trump? Why does that correlate to Trump becoming president?
Trump has relationships with Diddy. He's gonna say he at least deserves a bail.
So Let me ask you
Young
this.
Thug too, as well.
Young Thug too.
Because he already came out and said something about it. Did he?
But ironically, Trump has cases in Atlanta in the SDNY under both these DAs that's
So
connected
now
to hip hop.
let's flip the script now. Kamala Harris, it's the opposite, you think?
Yes, they're staying in jail. Or the Young Thug trial has to continue and Diddy has to stay in jail.
And do you think is this like because Trump wants to try to cater to the black vote?
I can't say that because he hasn't mentioned this yet in any of his campaign. But if he was wise, he would start doing so immediately.
I was just about to say, like, if that's the case, don't you think he would have been like? But they didn't have a debate after the
He
Diddy.
knows, like Marco said, he knows more about the Young Thug situation, but that's because that DA he already lost, has a case with that DA.
And it's a record long case. It broke all the records for like the longest juror selection, the longest case running in Fulton County history. So,
But it's actually personal with President Trump. If he wins that election, see the DA is a position that you get from an election. You're not appointed that.
a district attorney is appointed by
A
the.
district attorney is elected like a president.
Got you.
So if he wins, he's
What does the president get to elect a district attorney, or they're elected by the people?
by the people.
Got you.
What I'm saying is, my whole point is,
We
when
think
President Trump left, the judges work for President Trump.
But
In
that's
all
the Supreme
circuits.
Court judges. That's not the judge on the Young Thug or the.
All circuits. No, not in that case. You're right, Marco. But that's where he could affect the DA.
And wait, he's just gonna apply pressure, is what you're saying.
Of course. And his cases are definitely going to be thrown out.
Okay.
Which you agree with? You agree with that? You think it?
Do I agree with if Trump is honestly? I mean, it makes sense. Like if he has a case, what's his case in Georgia for the election fraud, or for like tampering with the election?
Yes.
So if he has a case in Georgia where Young Thug has a case, if he has a case in New York where Diddy has a case, I mean, it wouldn't be far-fetched to say that he would want to put pressure on these people, right? Like, because he also, if he has a case in New York, like he's actually fighting for his freedom to win. Because if he wins the election, he probably doesn't
He
go to.
doesn't even need to go at the DAs. He's going to just use the judges. That's like people forget. Unfortunately, judges are regular people. They got kids. This is how niggas got to the Supreme Court in the Mayor Adams situation. Like niggas is getting paid from foreign niggas to do whatever they say. Like niggas have all types of bread. Like,
so how did he not win the New York case if he has the judges?
what I'm saying, Marco, is this is once he's the president, my G. These cases he's lost, he hasn't been the president.
Got you. But he put the judicial before he left. He put the
Supreme Court
in the Supreme Court.
So that when he becomes the president, the Supreme Court is gonna
Overrule
all those cases. You understand?
Man,
because he has immunity according to the Supreme Court.
I mean, Roy, what you think? I think that should sound mad true.
I mean, to be honest,
mad true. You like he said he'll force the bail, but I mean
he's definitely getting the bail, bro.
All right, so
and Young Thug, that shit might get deaded immediately too.
I'm gonna say this: the Diddy case might develop further before the election. I don't know. I could look it up. I'm not sure the next court date, but that next court date could be important before the election even starts.
Well, Diddy's trying to force the trial because he's pleading not guilty, but the trial can't start immediately because it's federal. So it's and again that this is where the election comes into play. At this point, bro, until the election, everything's dead. Like everything's on hold.
Well, I'll be more specific. I'm talking about as far as other people going down. Like if we start seeing other people going down, I'm not sure if it's gonna be like, okay, Diddy's off the hook. Like, nah, everybody's going down. He's gonna have to go down too. You feel me?
Well, bro, this is the thing with President Trump. This is where President Trump comes into play. He doesn't give a fuck about any of that. What he cares about is if he feels you was on his side or you wasn't able to vote for him because you was incarcerated or whatever. Like Mayor Adams and Diddy, he's gonna look out for them if they happen to get in trouble, and then he happens to win the election.
You
You
think?
can't look out for Mayor Adams. That's a whole different.
Yeah, ain't that a op?
He's gonna look out for Mayor Adams. I'm telling you guys this. Like,
Wow, that'll. I mean, Mayor Adams got kind of. I mean, if everything they alleging is true, he kind of caught like red-handed. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not a
you're
mystery.
not listening to me. The President Trump has the judges.
But why would he? All right. I mean, so you're saying, but why is he doing this then? Why, like now? Let's answer this question. Why would President Trump do this for Diddy? Why would he do this for Young Thug? And why would he do this for Mayor Adams?
Okay. Individually, he would do this for Diddy because he would say it's not justice because he doesn't have a bail, regardless of what his charges are.
Okay.
Individually, for Young Thug, I don't think he gives any shit about Young Thug. But what happens is this is where his personal beef with that DA is going to still help Young Thug in his case. Mayor Adams, President Trump believes that Mayor Adams is just like him, where the government has used the law to bring cases against people that are speaking about migrants terrorizing and taking over New York City.
Yo, bro, that when you read the like, it's kind of crazy because I just feel like that's more of a red-handed thing. Like it's like briberies from Turkey. They got the flights. They got it's like everything is on your credit card. It's like in your name, giving out your ID to do these things. So it's like, like listen, if he can prove that these were necessary for his business, then all to him. But he's out. I don't think they're holding him in lockdown. Who's the mayor? Who's the fucking mayor right now? Does somebody stand in? How does that work? Anybody know?
I don't know.
I figured that out.
So Mayor Adams is pleading not guilty as well. And he's not stepping down from office. He's not resigning. He's saying that he can fight the Fed case while still being the mayor, doing his job.
Fuck it. Gangster.
Now, let me share what's going on though.
What's going I mean, yeah. Let's
Many commissioners of city agencies, let's say the Department of Health, let's say the fire department, let's say the Department of Education, they've resigned. You have other commissioners of city agencies that are under the Fed investigation. The NYPD commissioner resigned.
That happened already?
That happened already. A new commissioner was put in, and in 1 week he was placed in under Fed investigation.
This is recent?
Yes, sir.
Like within the last month?
Yes, sir. Within the last 2 weeks.
there was a police commissioner in New York resigned. The new one came about and got a Fed investigation
in a
now
week.
in a week. Why do we have an idea for why this is happening?
When you listen to Damian Williams, that's the DA over the SDNY, in both Diddy and Mayor Adams cases, he said that he's not done. And so more charges are gonna come.
Damn.
On
Damn.
the conspiracy theory, like Doug and Gunna had freed, I think, like 30 families or something crazy from the Fulton County Jail. You know what I mean? And then they did a music video showing that shit too. So I don't think, again, that DA like that. And she allegedly had ties to street niggas that's involved in that case. Then Diddy had the whole situation with Diageo or whatever the company is that owns Ciroc before all this shit went down. So that's where, people are alleging like, yo, people do these things. It might be freaky to you, but it's not a crime. But my whole thing is it doesn't seem that he was letting people go home. And that's where you gotta let people go home. Like,
I mean, 50 said like, yo, you wanted to sue Diageo for like racism, and they're one of the biggest companies
he's
in.
going through his own shit with the liquor company.
But my whole point is, it's like, yo, if you doing dirt, no matter what type of dirt it is, like you don't want to sue a big ass company for racism and put that racist label on them, especially in a time like this, and then think of no type of retaliation.
Uh, I mean, hey,
I mean, 50 put that out there, not me.
I just think a lot of people as well in Diddy's situation, they really underestimate Cassie's role, because Cassie's indictment is basically the basis of the federal indictment.
Yeah,
Okay.
Federal
What happened?
indictment just
What
says
happened
that
in
he
Miami?
has multiple charges, but it's multiple charges of at least what he did to Cassie.
I had read something about Young Miami. Well, what was that about?
Oh, they
I'm not sure.
threatened. So another lawsuit just came about. And they basically a girl that they were having a threesome with allegedly got pregnant, and now they were trying to get her to have an abortion, and Young Miami was the one like threatening and da 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 da. And then they got like tweets, they kind of correlated it, the times, and they showed that had like Young Miami tweeted something very related to that
So
personal situation. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, it's like crazy how one thing could just snowball everything. Like, yo, on top of the world. Like, really think about this. We all
that's
Are we all living better than Diddy right at this very moment? Like just right now, like today, like
Yes,
this
we
very
are.
moment, like
Because
we
he's in the shit in Brooklyn too.
Yo, Mark, you said, do you think we living better than Diddy right now? Hell yeah, nigga.
this
Fucking
very
bro.
moment. Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like in this very moment, like think about it. This dude is a billionaire.
Yes, we're living better than him. Money don't mean shit.
Marco, he don't have it. He don't have that bread.
who don't have that bread?
Who don't have what, bro?
Diddy.
He
Come
got
on,
bread. What you mean? Oh,
he
nah.
got he got catalogs, bro.
You don't think, yo,
The indictment says he has to give up his property.
for property, he got way more than that, bro. He got assets. Like he got musical assets. He got publishing. He got fucking.
He
I mean,
does.
and
That's
it's
where he
not
was
even that. He
smart,
got
because he
cash
put
on,
all of that in his son's name and stuff like that.
and he got
But
straight cash, bro. All the money he was getting, like
that's what
40,
I'm
50
saying.
million a
He
year.
got
He took a loss. He took a loss in his worth from that Ciroc hit, and that
That
revolt.
shit, it should look like it said 400 to 600 million.
I'm not saying he don't have no bread at all. I'm saying he don't have like what he once had.
that just mean he moving money around, bro.
But I'm just saying,
Yes, but he's losing wealth, basically. Like
you're losing
he
stakes.
has the music shit, like we're saying, but everything else, like,
Yeah, it's just
and a lot of his artists is the ones coming at him in these indictments.
yeah,
Remember, he tried to give everyone they publishing back.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody didn't take that shit because they knew
because it came with a
shit
clause.
was,
Danity
or
came.
they knew some shit was coming. Like, why would you want to do this
No,
after 20 whatever years?
the Danity Kane girl said the reason it was coming with a stipulation that you couldn't talk about what was going on. You know what I mean? So the main girl, I forgot her name, the main girl from Danity Kane didn't sign it.
Yeah, I know it's right. Yeah,
He's very vocal about very vocal against Diddy about
and
everything.
that and then one of the other girls they caught him witness tampering.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
She
and
came out.
with a Danity Kane, one of the other Danity Kane members, I think, with the Young Dirty Money, is suing
Yes,
well now. So
they caught him witness tampering.
crazy because it's just like
So Mark, I know you'd like to bring up the bread, but yo, I'm gonna get on my spiritual ish. They said, he said, I tell you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for somebody who is rich to enter the kingdom of heaven, my nigga. That money shit don't mean nothing, bro. I don't care how powerful you will get exposed if you doing wrong, bro. If you're not using your money wisely and doing it the right way, bro, it's over for you. And it can happen to anybody.
I
So
mean,
is he living better than us? Hell no. I don't care if you got
Hold on,
billions or
hold on,
not. He's
hold on,
struggling.
Rez. Let me ask you a question. What
What's
you
up?
think that he, like his parties and stuff, what that got to do with him? Like, you feel me?
So the parties is all right. Where I got disgusted at was that Cassie video. That was crazy to
I
me.
told you, like,
Like, yo, that joint to me was like seeing it real time. Like she's trying to raise point. He wasn't letting nobody go home. That shows she was trying to escape something. Like it's like, yo, it was crazy, bro. And he in a towel, so ain't no telling what was going on. Like you
yeah,
come running down the hall in a towel and you throw like you beating on her. Then you threw something at her, like directly at like that stuff to me, bro, was crazy. I don't care what happens to him, to be honest.
you
Cause
could
like
bring up Hugh Hefner, you could bring up
yeah,
whoever.
you have to.
right.
Niggas was letting bitches go home, bro.
So that's the thing. Do we know you have to, because the technology and everything wasn't out like back then? But
Yeah,
was he letting them go home, or was the
I
mansion
mean,
for them to stay?
he was letting them stay for sure in the mansion, but he wasn't keeping them hostage, is what I'm saying. Like,
But do we really know that though? You know what I'm saying?
that's true.
The technology wasn't out there like that for us to really
No
know.
one alleged that, I should say.
Yes, yes, yes. And of
No
course, back
ladies
then,
ever said he tried to hit me with fire or he had guns around. I was afraid to, like, you know what
right.
I'm saying? He was bringing in other niggas, making me do shit I didn't want to do type shit.
And even look at Diddy's stuff, right? All this stuff has been going on for years, over 20 years. We just finding out kind of. Yes, we knew some he was always on some freaky shit, but
They got
or
the
we
video.
allegedly.
no, it's not a legend no more.
Well, I mean the main story back in the day when I was a kid was
No, I'm talking about him.
finding the dude under the table. That was the main thing I heard as a kid. Dude giving him head under the table.
You heard that as a kid? That's crazy.
Under his desk. Y'all don't remember that?
Nah.
Hell no.
Oh, I mean, I can look it up, but that's the story on Diddy that I heard since when I say kid, I mean
Yo,
teenager.
honestly, the gay Diddy rumors, right? Like I never really thought he was gay. I thought that's like, a joke that, they would just,
Or hate or whatever.
yeah, like I thought it was just a
Mhm.
joke, right? Like because you never
Oh,
see it with a
yo,
man.
Mark, you ever seen Diddy?
I've never met Diddy in my life.
Yeah, you lucky.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Diddy would have
Yeah.
been like, yeah, I like the way you party, man.
yeah. Nah,
So look,
honestly, though.
I've been to his party and lived, but of course
Oh,
Oh,
that's not his direct party. He's just showed up and lived and the joint was popping in there. But I don't know what the Miami crib, like who made it to his crib that night. I don't know what happened, but it's just funny to look at. I got videos of it too. Like it's funny to know that. And I know, like, we went home or whatever, but who went back with him? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shit is good, nigga. You bugging.